I want to do that again because I enjoyed that version. You've been moaning all day, you haven't got a decent one, and now you've got a good one in the can. You actually want to go on and put yourself in a bad mood. I'm going to do a different song. Let's just see how it would go this way before we... Maybe I'll play one of my old songs. I hadn't done Urban Paranoia in a long time. I needed to try Plectrum. Ouch. Let's try this one. Oh, yeah, you need to reach here. It's kind of interesting. Tuning's way out now for what I need. Because my disability spreads so far, I have to play all my old rockets slow, you know. Thankfully there's enough versions out there to show I used to go. A lot of my songs work in a slower format in any case. Whoever thought I'd still be singing at 63 in any case, you know. I just recall I'm now 63 and a half. Made it over the halfway line. So now you've closed your goodnight eyes and whispered your instructions. You let your lovers taste the cake, then plotted their destruction. While in the town that you called home, your parents own a hovel. While you drive by in your limousine and you smile to see them grovel. And baby says she got a break from some guy who'll take her photo. But he doesn't have a studio, he says. Well, don't you meet me at a motel? She needs to be a star so bad, and she tells you it's her destiny. So she does some favors for the boys and says maybe they'll invest in me. But all the guys smell all the same, so she learns to turn her nose off. And all their promises smell the same as soon as she takes her clothes off. And the airport's shut because the runway froze, or so the TV said. Oh, and Johnny, no one just jumped off the roof with a Bible on his head. His mama swears that she's in shock and that Pappy's so distressed. Then they're on the late show and the checks are signed the press. They never would have amounted to much. Nobody would have heard their story. So they take the fame while it's there. Poor Johnny lost the glory. The preacher had a dream last night where an angel gave salvation, while the sergeant caught a glimpse of hell and fire bombed the station. They meet together at the docks and swap the consequences. For 30 years they've kept the faith. Now damn all the pretenses. The candidate comes a-calling while his young wife's at the surgeon. You got to look good on prime time when you shout, let's bomb some turbines. His skeletons are all PR trained before they leave the closet. He'll sleep with that young intern tonight, and tomorrow struck, who was it? And the magazines boast perfect waists to girls with eating problems who choke to death on diet pills, and the company says, what of them? And the banks all get a crash installed for their high executive mothers who close down their nursery school next door. There's one law for the others. And who needs playgrounds anyway? What's in it for us? And let's close down the daycare center. The old won't make a fuss. Conscience, it don't apply no more. You traded it in for the luxury of life to get you that mansion down by the lake and the right connection wife, and the dealers selling bad advice make fortunes from bad hunches, and they spit upon the homeless on their way to their business lunches. And in their luxury offices, the right-wing bigots ponder, we'd like to give the black chick the job, but we think that it's beyond her. When did you last call up home? Wonder where your friends are, or did something good for anyone without asking what the ends are. The world outside is getting dim, the light is turning gray, and they'll raise a blade you on a whim and strip your faith away. There's clouds above the hunting grounds and thunder in the lowlands. Storm warnings on the radio and power in the wrong hands. Every other noise that you hear is a beatbox or a siren. The commandments say, thou shalt not kill, and you say, tell me why then. And Jenny, she still gets those dreams each time she shuts her eyes. She can't forget what stepdaddy did, no matter how she tries. And mommy didn't want to know. She just said she was lying. Now daddy's at the bedroom door again, and he loves it when she's crying. The shy guy in the boarding house cuts the glossies into pieces. He knows the page 3 girl loves him, and each day his rage increases. That blonde girl in the flat below, he knows it's her, but Maybe next time she's all alone, he thinks, I'll pay her a little visit. Someone's knocking at the door. Let's pretend that we're not home. It's not that I'm paranoid, but please leave me alone. I know you'll only smile at me, pounce and do your worst. I know you wanna kill me, so I'll just have to kill you first. Paranoia there, from 1983, when it was called Welcome to the 90s. That means I'm still playing it, you know, in the 2000s, or the millennials, or what do they call it, then became Welcome to the New Millennium. And then by 2010, I thought myself, so I renamed it Urban Paranoia, which is what it's about, really. There's a picture of my children as babies. Aren't they just the most adorable babies ever? My beautiful daughter Emily, now 10. My super duper wonderful son Dylan, now 12. And their 63-and-a-half-year-old. Not so wonderful at all. I could just keep going, really. You want to hear some of my old protest songs, as I call them? I just don't like to stop. Once I've gone past the pain barrier, you know, the disease has really spread into my left arm now. Anyway, I'm down here. What should we do? We need to retune if we're going to do Counselor Jones. Trying to work out which one of my songs. One's of my songs can be adjusted to not protest songs. I mean, you know, under that wrote, be careful what you wish for. It's as it's now known, it's too late already, or too late already here. Yesterday I wrote a song called Peterborough, which is about failings in child protection service and corruption in police forces. So I never really stopped protesting. I'll do a little bit of a high rise when I can remember. I wrote this in 1982. Dylan and Emily, if you ever seen this. So I wrote this song in 1982. And so I was singing this on stage the year before your mother was born. The song is Held Up. Screams of a baby go unheard in the early evening darkness. It's the same in any high-rise block of flats. People just couldn't care less. There's no light in the hallways, no glass and paint-sprayed halls. The elevators demolished and nobody cares at all. What do you think of your handiwork, Councillor Jones? Of your monument to squalor and ill health? Does your conscience care what you've done to your people? Or do you keep it placated with your wealth? She's still got 10 flights to go. One day her old legs won't make it, but nobody wants to know. A lonely unmarried mother prays her baby will keep quiet for a while. Only a Valium keeps her going. She can't remember a smile. What do you think of your handiwork, Councillor Jones? Of your monument to squalor and ill health? Does your conscience care what you've done to your people? Or do you keep it placated with your wealth? Sale going on in the playground. It's not the jumble kind. No, it's a jumble out there, and society says we don't mind. Teenagers selling silver foil packets of death, taking the pocket money while someone breathing their last breath. What do you think of your handiwork, Councillor Jones? Of your monument to squalor and ill health? Does your conscience care what you've done to your people? Or do you keep it placated with your wealth? Let me ask you, what do you think of your handiwork, Councillor Jones? Of your monument to squalor and decay? Do you care that you're killing your people? Or does your luxury life take those thoughts away? High Rise from 1982. I can't do Candle, too emotional. Should do one of my love songs. Which one? I intend to know the song for, might be at the start of a song actually. A minor 7th. Thinking about writing another song for you. How my life you enlighten with your love so fair and true. Thinking that's all right. What you can't see, it's just off camera, there's a picture that I have on the wall. Normally when, I'm not saying that I have to take it down when I'm making a video because I don't think Rumble would allow it up there. Can't write a love song for you like that, damn you. Let's play a little bit of, maybe tomorrow, maybe next year. It's quite intriguing to me playing my song, but it's been, that's annoying me now. I like that riff. I'm just going to get this lodged in my head. Thinking yet again about you. In my eyes, 7th to see. Where did it go from there? 3 on there? end of the G. No, not the A7, maybe. Okay, now I'll put the music down on fill. I'll write the words up to that later on. I'm in a protest song mood. In any case, 1, 2, 3, 4. Try on the upbeat. Nah, stick with the downbeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, well, that's not petulance, that's to remind me that one's broken. Too much. I have a feeling she left it where it was. Old man river, little man river. It's gonna have a tune as we tune it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sadness in an angel's eyes, hatred in a racist lies, and the politicians so quick to despise the broken without the strength to rise from the dysfunctional clay foundation jungle of society. Grief runs from a widow's stare to blind man judges who pretend to care that justice gets seen to be fair to the nameless masses who are unaware that the law only works for those with power, wealth, and notoriety. And silence plays a major part, pulling lovers far apart and handing bigotry a clear head start in spreading anger in unloved hearts, and misogyny and self-loathing punctuate each sentence. The rules are written down in dust, in misspelled words that spread mistrust, enforced by people so unjust, corrupted by sin and wild-eyed lust, who bask in pleasure and spit in the face of repentance. You're fooled into false security, told that all men are born free, while the wiretaps and closed-circuit TV make a lie of democracy, and the color of your skin mirrors a fairness in life you'll receive. Jesus died for you, they say, then they turn and look the other way. When the mans of the scum who love to prey on the weak decide it's time to pray. So the story that gets married is getting harder for me to believe. There's bad news everywhere that you look, pornography in every book, and the churches are full of blue-eyed crooks who long ago forsook the ways of God for the short-term pleasures of the flesh. There's drugs being bought by 10-year-olds, teenage bodies being bought and sold, sisters of mercy dying of cold, and if the truth is due to be told, it's time someone said there's not much hope in this world left. Realities from 1996. All these songs, by the way, you can get the lyrics in my lyric books, which are available on Amazon. There's another 20 under that chair there. Means nothing to you, you can't see it. There's another 486,000 under the chair there. The top one there, the grey one, is called From My Gold. From My Cold Dead Hands. And that, where's the vocal going on here? That came out a few weeks ago. I've got another one coming out probably on the 2nd of February, because it's called Doorways, subtitled January 2025. It'll be all the songs that I've either written, if I don't write anymore, or will write in January 2025. It's the 27th today, and I've written 27 songs so far this month. It's also got a couple of poems in there I wrote for my children. Can I remember Eye the Needle? It's the trouble with not playing live anymore, you know. When I played live, I'd swap the repertoire around every night. Had to with the number of songs I had in my repertoire, you know. Is it in D minor? The day seems to break just as she gets used to the night. I don't know if I've ever remembered any of this, much of it, but I'll try a little bit. Eye the Needle, I wrote this 82 or 83, I think. Maybe 83. Actually, it might have been 86. The day seems to break just as she gets used to the night time. She screams, for God's sake, I can't go through this many more times. She puts a needle in her arm and lies back. She's feeling so weary, clutching her lucky charms. The ceiling grows distant and bleary. As the ceiling grows distant and bleary, she feels herself start to shake, but each time it becomes harder. She'll go starting around some snakes and she knows no one to guard her. She thinks the days will all seem like fun and adventure, before the future turned grey, lost in the mist of conjecture. Her arm's still a snake and her breath comes in short heavy gasp. I'm ruining it by doing it that way. I feel so annoyed, and I'm sorry as well, for the people I wrote that song about. Shall I try tonight's song? It's a protest song. I can't see the words now because I've gone blind. It's called Be Careful What You Wish For. No, it's not. It's called Too Late's Already Here. Let's keep it in the same slow vein as we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4. your society breaking down? Well, why do you think that is? People are saying he's got more than me, and shrouding out I want what's his. Get them out of our country has become a children's song. Round them up and brand their hands and send them back to where they belong. Did they vote for a dictator? Why do you think they made that choice? No one's listened to them for so many years, while he said, I hear your voice. Leave people out in the wilderness, and any old prophet will do. When you turn your back on people's dreams, your nightmares are guaranteed to come true. People on a 10-year waiting list, while you keep increasing their tax. When they hear I'll give everything you want for free, do you wonder why they showed you their backs? When you ignore requests for help, demands for revenge will soon follow. You're trying to warn those you've ignored, but an empty well always echoes hollow. Are you pleading don't trust them? Strange set of words you choose. They walk down the road of how it's always been, and seen their faith abused. Doesn't matter what color your house is, if you can afford the rent. Comes a time when even a false messiah seems like he's been heaven sent. Do you think they're gonna change their minds next time? Well, what makes you think next time's coming? When you throw the rule of order away, there might be only one candidate running. Turn your back on decency, and eventually it will shun you too. By the time you try to take the rope away, the knot will be too tight to undo. Do you think things are going too far? Perhaps you should have looked ahead. Don't try trusting your neighbor now, he's writing down every word you've said. Half the children taught to ride arm salute, half learned to cower in fear. Too late now to change your mind, because too late's already here. Thank you so much for your time and your patience and your indulgence, ladies and gentlemen. I just got to get that riff down. Two. G. Nope. G. Suspended D. That's the one. Suspend it back to the A minus 7. I'm gonna write another song for you. Sorry, thank you so much for your time, ladies and gentlemen. I've been Paul Murphy and you've been you. Seems a fair spot.